Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Quantum Cafe and Interstellar Lounge with your host, the Cosmic Messenger. What you're looking at right now is a pyramid that I have in my home. I use it to charge objects, potions, all sorts of goodies, crystals. And right in the front here, you'll see me in just a quick sec, but right in the front here is charging essence that was made on the eclipse a while back, not the recent one. It's non-tenna mate, and that one comes from Tamiana Crystal Healing, and we're doing a 9-month program. So 1 month on each chakra, each plane, which there's 7 of them. So it's about 8-9 months long, the program. So that's been charging in there, and I got my everything for the root is what we started with right now. So we're in plane 1. So root chakra, wearing red, crystals. It's a weekly program for 9 months, every single day, taking one of those essences. Just give me a sec, I'll be right there with you. I'm back. The broadcast continues. So, yeah, that program's going to be absolutely incredible. So we can dive deeper into each of the areas that we're working on. And see how they fully develop. So it's basically like an 8-9 month super workshop. Now, also what's going on too is we are inside, starts in October, so you got the 10-10 gateway, right? And then it goes to the 11-11 in November, the 12-12 in December, and then we have the 1-1-1 gateway in January as well, 2020. So we're sandwiched right in the middle of this awesomeness, and we got 2 eclipses as well, right? So we had one on Christmas Day or the 26th, depending where you are in the world, and then we have the current one on January 16th. Plus, we have the Saturn-Pluto conjunction that doesn't happen very often in our lifetime, only a couple times, and maybe 3 if you're lucky, in this human form as we go now, and because I think it's every 33 years, something like that. So we got that going on, which is basically conjunct with a whole bunch of other stuff. I think there's about 5 things in total that are close, right? I think there's the sun's in there, Mercury, and something else. So, and also in Australia, in October, they were activating Uluru, one of the sacred sites for the 6th dimensional Mother Arc Gateway. Super cool stuff. So that was in preparation. This is like millennium in the work, right? In our lifetime now. And that was working towards the conjunction, right? To go with that. Okay. So what brings me here today to chat with you all is I want to talk, you might hear the term sometimes, I use it a lot myself, full spectrum healing. Okay, full spectrum healing. Let's dive into that, what it means. So people have beings on Earth who want to do some work on their health, generally will start with something physical or an emotional component. And it has the catalyst to lead to other things that occur in your life. So it's like a chain of events. So somebody might really work on their physical health, and then maybe they had an energy worker come in and do a session on them, and they're like, whoa, the emotional component really matches up with my physical. There's something there. And things start to become otherworldly, cosmic, right? But that chain truly does not stop. It continues through many lifetimes, many incarnations. So full spectrum healing is the rebalancing, the recalibration, the healing, and going to finer vibrations for your entire field, your whole body, your entire makeup that makes absolutely everything you and everyone else. We have these individually and we have them collectively, but we'll focus on full spectrum healing today for yourself. Full spectrum healing means taking a look at absolutely everything that makes you up, and it all has a purpose, a meaning, and something to heal. Okay? And this sends shockwaves through the DNA lines of the bloodlines and the multidimensional timelines. Okay? You here in this body is only one feature of your 144 monad oversoul parts. Okay? There's DNA to unlock. So let's go through some of this stuff. So when somebody says full spectrum healing, it's getting a grip on everything, not putting it on anybody else, not blaming anybody else for anything that's going on, and taking full responsibility to clean up your entire life. And even when you think you finished the work, it never stops. No matter who says they're enlightened, bliss mode, all this stuff that I'm permanently in this state, you keep going. And if you avoid it by eliminating your body, your physical body, you're going to come back. The Tibetan Book of Living and Dying says you come back, I think it was 45 days, if anybody does any form of letting their body go. So suicide, right? And then you come back into a body to relearn these lessons again. It's such a massive undertaking, but yet in this lifetime we can accomplish so much. So the first thing you want to take a look at is your physical needs. How is your physical body feeling? From the water you drink, how much water you drink, to the types of substances you put into your body. Okay? First off, I do want to say that getting anal about anything is not going to get anybody anywhere, and nobody's better and above somebody else. Okay? Because you can be super mega healthy, and maybe once every couple months you want to have, go to a party and have some fun. So then you let loose. And then you can have somebody who does not do that stuff ever, but then they might have all this other baggage, right? So there's no more judgment, okay? So you look at all the physical stuff you can do, getting the good exercise, which works for your body, nobody else's. Everybody's unique, right? We do have some similarities, but we got to come to grips with our own individuality. Doing all of your own inner work physically, right? Take a good look inside of yourself. Ask for these patterns to come. So you got all the physical stuff, from what you eat to how you drink. You have breath work, breathing exercises, paying attention to your breath. You have energy workers, from Reiki to Tamiana crystal healing. Go and get some myofascia done, reflexology, you name it. There's crystal healings of all sorts, laying in grids, doing ceremonies for energy work, right? Channeling through Tai Chi, using various forms of acupuncture, esoteric acupuncture. Getting in touch with your energy body is another part of this, both close to the physical and the stuff that's more cosmic, and working and doing that dance, because once you're finished one category, the other one links up with it. And it's absolutely imperative to get interstellar status, okay, with your soul evolution, to do all of this work. It's taking a hard look at yourself emotionally. What kind of emotions are you sharing? Are they positive and happy? Or are they happy but you're faking it, right? Do you carry some deep anger, guilt, frustration? And not just like letting it go, but literally changing the pattern inside of you, the way you operate, so that dissolves and becomes a whole new pattern, right? It's like recreating everything inside of yourself. If you're afraid to cry, right, or share your emotions regularly, that's another one to look at too, because our emotions really, they link up with all of our organs, different parts of our body. It becomes these stellar communications. Your mental body, right? We're starting with the physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual, okay? It goes way past this. Your mental body, looking at the thoughts that you are saying. What kind of thoughts were you programmed with? Who gave you these thoughts in the first place? Was it from the media, or were they your own thoughts? Was there subliminal messages, right? And looking deeper into what these things mean. Because I do have to say that most people know what a Kit Kat is, but there's not a lot of people right now. Well, there's growing in numbers. I want to give everybody credit for doing good work. Most of us know what those things are, but very few of us even know much about operating anything out of it. Like, what's the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension? Or what do you mean work on my mental body and my etheric body? Talking to my astral twin. That stuff's not common. Heck, even astrology, which is way more common than most stuff in terms of metaphysical stuff, is still something that's not even taught regularly to kids in school. So, right? So what kind of thoughts are going into our head? Who's putting them there and why? Also, your thoughts create your reality. Plus, your thoughts, your intentions, right? They help you manifest various things that you want in your life, because you're a creator. Prime creator is out there and you simultaneously, okay? And that our mental body also can can do so many fantastical things, which would look like synchronicities, right? So doing affirmations, and cleaning up a lot of the words. Like, people can choose to use whatever words they want, but I don't really want the word should in my vocabulary, right? And when you get in touch with your mental body, physical body, emotional body, you start to unlock more of its hidden abilities. They're just laying dormant, really. And then you have your spiritual body. I mean, I could do a whole video on just one of those sections, right? So, spiritual body, that's getting in touch with all of your energy work, right? Your light body. What is it? What does that mean, right? Feeling the fields of your aura around your body, your auric field. Training yourself to read, feel vibrations and energy. I mean, it's very common for people to go into a room and go, yeah, I really like the vibes in that room. Well, why? Why do we talk like that? But then somebody says, yeah, everything's a vibration, and suddenly the conversation may not connect as much. But you let that go. You just work with it inside of yourself. And because when you heal things inside of you, you will gain the ability to realize that it's maybe not always a physical thing, and that it could be a spiritual component. And then you can go through the list and work through them. Then when new things come your way, your body has more regenerative capabilities. Inside of yourself, you also want to look at guilt. Belief systems. I hear Rosie over here. She may do a dance in front of the camera. She's super loving today. Hi, Bear. You're right in front of the camera. Cat butt. So, basically, Rosie is one of my divine spirit guides. Actually, her nickname is Spirit Guide Mama Bear. She's so sweet. She's been in my life for about a decade now. So, as we were going here, so guilt, shame. Okay, Bear, I love you. You're so sweet. Yes, you are. So, looking at judgments. Like, how often do you actually judge people? Right? Are you you're really just judging yourself, okay? Making these agreements with yourself to really go to that next level. Practicing your own ceremonial ritual. Ever-changing ceremonial ritual for whatever healing and energy work you need that day to be done. Okay? And what is needing to be... think of it as like a modality or something that you can use on a regular basis. Like, I use Kundalini Yoga. I go once a week to a class. I take Aura Soma every day. I'm going to get maximum loves on this video. You get Aura Soma every single day. Okay? And that's what I do. And then I also give myself some self-Reiki every couple weeks, right? So you just pick something. You don't have to just be like, oh, every day for the rest of my life I'm going to do this. Just pick what works for you and run through the motions, okay? How you show up. Are you doing the work? Is another one to work on. How about, do you show up early, or are you always late to things? Are you withholding some of the truth? Are you lying to yourself, really, is what it is. All those different aspects. And like, things will come from all over the place. Some people get into essential oils for a while and they just need that micro dosing to just, it's just so concentrated, and just to go inside your body and work and flush and clean, right? Just the way you treat others, or how you show up from a heart, love-centered frequency. Working on connecting our galactic cord so that we can actually have conversations with our spirit guides who are around us anyways. And communicate with them, right? Preparing ourselves for that. Paying attention to what the collective's doing. Also, opening up your own mind is another one too as well. So that we're more prepared for some of the galactic conversations that will be coming our way on a more regular basis. Or maybe seeing through some of the news media outlets, or vaccinations, or the different pollutants that they're spraying in the skies. Whatever that ends up being for you, there's more for you to discover. Taking the time to get off the screen, right? Go into nature, read a book, stuff like that too. Healing all those different components inside of you, running through all of your chakras, and giving them some kindness, some love, and some attention. Perhaps going to somebody who can do journeying with you. A shaman of sorts. Somebody you can work with regularly. And then you go through the shaman, you go through the journeying, and you start to heal some of your past, present, and future timelines that are running concurrently, all at the same time. So you can do some of that stuff. Perhaps you just need to take another modality. And the thing is, once we do it once or twice, you gotta keep going. Go, 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 go. Because once we think we're done the work, we're not. But you don't have to stress yourself out. That's another one. How much stress and tension are we holding inside? Did we heal our nervous system so we have the capacity to bring more in? When we have some of the, I know we call them pets, but when we have beautiful nature in our lives running around as creatures, the animals that are with us, like how much time do we really spend with them? How much time do we bond with them? Lots of people do. Not saying you don't. This is just things to think about. And you haven't connected with them as much, then perhaps putting that into the mix as well too, because this is a salad. This is a recipe of all that you are. Right? I went through a period of time, like 3 or 4 years, where I just wanted to do eye exercises, strengthen my eyes, do oil pulls for your teeth because that's connected down into your system, right? Getting in touch with grounding so that the energies aren't too far up and not too much down here. Because the last minute I checked when somebody told me, oh, I want to go to outer space one day, or well, I don't know about that crazy stuff. You're on a planet, floating around a sun, going, I don't even know what it is, 19,000 miles an hour? We feel stationary and it's constantly spinning. We're already in outer space. We're on our spaceship Earth, and our spacesuit is our body. It's amazing stuff. Your extrasensory perceptions and abilities, those ones will start to heighten if we start to really pay attention to this full spectrum healing. So if you notice something that you want to change but you're avoiding it, that's the key to going in there and doing more, right? Take our foods, make them higher vibrational, and keep working at it year after year after year. Your needs will change all the time. I don't know an exact amount, but I notice with myself that every 4, 5, 6 years, something really changes like that. Maybe it's time to meditate a little bit more. It's good to experience a little bit of everything. But absolutely everything you can think about that you need to work on correlates to something in yourself to be healed, to gain an ability, or to work on that. And in order to hold these higher frequencies, because we're getting doused with photonic rays right now through this age of Aquarius. That's the band of light that happens between then and Leo, their polarities, right? I share that one quite often. And when this comes down and rains upon us, all these energies, all these eclipses, these super conjunctions, these events, this is like one of the most amazing times to be on Earth right now. When you realize that everything is energy, vibration, and frequency, and that sound has so many more abilities. You can do sound healing on yourself too, right? Laying down and having a multidimensional gong played. You can basically, I can't say literally everywhere, but something close to you, especially if you live in a city, you're going to be able to find this stuff. In the next couple months will be something popping up for you that you need, right? Standing upright, opening up your spine. Sometimes you get little clicks. It could be because you're having an opening, right? The non-medical versions of the heart palpitations are the signals that we get to filter through the heart, right? So there's so much. So this is just kind of touching up on it, but like it keeps going and going and going and going and going. That's the cool part about this. But full spectrum healing means look at absolutely everything. Okay? Just do the very best that you can possibly do. But hold on to your seat because we're only getting started. Apparently 2020 to 2030 is a rapid growth in terms of this department and shifting. Okay? And what you do for yourself, you do for the collective too. Perhaps even shifting in your life is changing who you're hanging out with and where you live. So that your happiness level goes up. So that maybe if you were always wanting to like get extra real with some of your friends or people in your life, do it really nicely. You do however you want, but do it with grace, right? I learned that lesson a long time ago. I wouldn't change a thing, but now I'd go a little bit easier. But still say what you want to say. If that person will not sit down with you and grow with you, then why are they in your life? Because eventually something's going to happen, then you're just as a surprise, because 15 years later, you've been holding it inside of yourself, right? Okay? Be in your full character and who you want to be and what you truly want to do. But all those healings, all those timelines, they're all converging right now. The human body is super cosmic. So full spectrum healing is work on everything, from your Merkaba to your broken arm, right? To the anger hidden inside of you. How about lack? That's another one I want to touch on just before I let you go. Lack, not being worthy inside of yourself. Mirror work works great for that. Confronting yourself. Get naked. Stand in front of the mirror by yourself. Look at yourself. And find the worth inside of you. There's oracle decks and tarot cards. There's so many methods. Even there's like light therapy that goes, you close your eyes and then white light comes up and it flashes and it makes all these different patterns and colors inside of your mind. It's amazing. Okay? And these are all you do one, it'll lead to another constantly if you just keep going. I mean, there's metaphysical bookstores all over the place. It's never been easier to go find the information if it's out there, and there's lots of practitioners for you, okay? If anybody ever needs any services, they can go to my Facebook page, okay? And I offer some of my services. Some of them are long distance, okay? Some distance multidimensional Reiki, some Tamiana crystal healing, universal hexagram, and such. If you're in person, here I live in Victoria, you can come see me directly, okay? So it's always a pleasure talking to you. Full spectrum healing, right? Have a blast out there. If anybody's like just high as a kite, I'm with you. Everything for me is constantly animating. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and we'll talk to you soon. Later.